What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So I guess you guys have heard now, or if you haven't, this is breaking news to you. The Denver Nuggets have fired Mike Malone. This firing is even more baffling to me than the firing of Taylor Jenkins. What was that? A week and a half ago. I don't get these firings coming just as you're about to enter the playoffs, when you need stability, when you need cohesion. I don't get this, man. I'm trying so hard not to think on some fringed, tinfoil hat conspiracy wavelength here. But why? What's up with these firings? It's like, it's like they want as many of the Lakers' opponents to be discombobulated and, unstable as possible, as unhinged as possible, to up their chances of making to the Western Conference Finals. And then all of a sudden, they'll call the games, right, and the Lakers inevitably lose, or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't get this. Why would you fire Mike Malone? Yes, they've lost 4 games in a row. Yes. But the Denver Nuggets were still what? 5th, 4th in the Western Conference. You've been without Jamal Murray for a stretch. I mean, it's not like the Nuggets haven't dealt with injury issues this year, which has been more commonplace, unfortunately, for them over the past couple of years. Yes, you've had some bad losses, but you're still in the thick of things. It's not like it's been an epic collapse. Why on earth would you fire Mike Malone, who just won a championship with you guys 2 years ago? I don't understand it. Maybe some people have a different perspective on this than I do, but I don't get it. Why would you fire him? Now, look, at the very least, if ownership or the front office, whatever the case may be, were looking for an excuse to maybe move on from Mike Malone, at least give him the respect of finishing out the season. What is this shit now? We're firing coaches with a handful of games to go before the playoffs? What is this? What is this madness going on? I don't get it. So let me get this. So it has to be something going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of, man. I don't know. Is it that the NBA got evidence these guys are linked to some insidious and dastardly deeds that's going to be out, in a couple of weeks or months after the season? I don't know. It could be some things that may be going on, like with Amel Doka, that we're not aware of. Like as far as Boston, but these guys, it's being handled internally. It's not getting out there. I don't know what it is, because from what we can tell, it just doesn't make any damn sense. Now, the first thing I'm thinking of, outside of, conspiracy theories, is who's the guy that has the juice to get this guy fired? Nikola Jokic. Now, I noticed when Taylor Jenkins got fired, a lot of people said, it has to be John Morant that got him fired, because they got to make John Morant the villain. But I wonder if people are going to do the same thing with Jokic. Not saying he did do something to get him fired, but people just said, "Oh, I heard it was Ja," and they really didn't hear shit. They just put it out there because they need to make him a villain. I don't understand this one, man. I don't get how I don't understand how coaches like Taylor Jenkins had a 54% win percentage in a very tough and competitive Western Conference get fired with like 10 games to go in the season. I don't understand how a coach like Mike Malone, who has a very high win percentage and the son of a great coach and the late Brendan Malone, I don't get how a guy like him who's an NBA champion just from 2 years removed from that title, I don't get how you don't at least give him the respect to finish out the season before you let him go. But yet we got coaches running around here who, you know what I'm saying, ain't doing shit. Like Keith with the Wizards, old boy down there with the Hawks. They ain't got no smoke for them. But you fire Mike Malone. Makes no sense to me, man. I don't understand what the NBA is doing. Now, when I look a little bit further, I am seeing that over the past 22 games, the Thunder are 10-12. Right? And I think this has come after that collapse against the Lakers earlier this year. Okay. Now, is the fact that is some of this coaching? Yeah, I would put some of it on coaching, right? But a lot of this is personnel. If you don't have the right personnel, it doesn't matter how great a coach you are, you're going to lose games. All season long, the Denver Nuggets have struggled defensively. They could score for the most part, but they struggle to stop players. Some of that has to do with personnel, putting the right pieces around Jokic. Some of it has to do with Jokic himself. And by the way, let me say before I end this video, I don't have an issue with Nikola Jokic. I love Nikola Jokic. I love watching him play. I like the fact that there's a guy who can't jump over a phone booth who's dominating the NBA. I love that. My issue is not with Jokic. It's with some of his stupid ass fans. It's some of his fans who have insidious intent because they want to put Jokic, they want to use Jokic as the symbol of something that he doesn't represent and doesn't have any interest in representing. And it needs to be called out. And I'm not talking about most Jokic fans, but there's some. And I don't care how little of a percentage it is, it's insidious and it needs to be called out. I'm not just going to ignore it. I know Ticket's not going to ignore it. None of us going to ignore it. But no, Jokic himself, man, Jokic is solid, man. I like Jokic. I don't think he's top 20 yet. But yeah, I like Jokic. It got nothing to do with him. It's not even about him. And that's what they keep trying to twist. They keep trying to make out, oh, these guys are Jokic haters. No, we're not. We don't hate Jokic. We hate what you're trying to make him represent in your diluted viewpoints. But anyway, man, yeah, this is shocking to me, man. Tell me what you guys think.